This past Saturday, we saw Romero lose to Isaac Cruz in what I would say was an amazing performance by Cruz. He absolutely dominated Romero. Cruz walked him down and was just pressuring Rolly all night. There really was nothing that Rolly could do to keep Cruz off of him. Now, I was rooting for Rolly. He's unique, he's goofy, just a goofy style, goofy defense, goofy punches, just a goofy guy in general. But I honestly saw it going either way and kind of was favoring Cruz more. He was hungry, he was fighting for his family, for his country. He wanted that belt, and he was taking it personal. I mean, Rolly was selling the fight, but, he was getting Cruz's head a bit. Cruz took that personal. He really took advantage of that. And in a dangerous sport like boxing, you know what I mean? Give me the guy who's hungry, who's fighting for his family, who's fighting for his country, more than a superstar type style like Rolly was. Looking back at the fight, Rolly might have won just one round. The first round he got shook. The 7th round he got shook. He didn't even know where he was. He was confused where his corner was. I'm surprised the referee even let the fight continue into the 8th round. But I have a lot of respect for Rolly. He went out on his shield. He was shook. He didn't know where he was. He got concussed early on in the fight. Cruz was just attacking him. Had to be scary for Rolly. I'll be honest. A little dude like Cruz just walking you down. You throw punches. His head's not even moving. You're throwing punches at a brick. That's how it was for Rolly. So I'm telling you, he was going out on a shield, and I respect it. No matter what you guys think of Rolly. And people were bashing him, of course, saying that, well, he was talking trash and can't back up his trash talk. He must be new to boxing. That's how you sell a fight. I knew Cruz wasn't going to be selling the fight, so Rolly got to take over. It has nothing to do with boxing. People got to understand too, boxing's a business, not just a sport. But anyway, what's next for Rolly Romero? He was the WBA champion, even though he should have an asterisk next to it since that was an early stoppage against old man Barroso, but that's not really Rolly's fault for that being a short fight. Had he beat Cruz on Saturday, he would have had a lot more say in who he wanted to fight. He could have had a rematch of Barroso, a rematch with Tank, the winner of Haney versus Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor, a bunch of guys he could have went after had he won, because he would actually solidify his belt. Isaac Cruz, a very dangerous fighter, very solid fighter to beat, to really say, okay, I'm the top dog. I could be the top dog at 140. 140 is a stacked weight class, one of the better weight classes, because a lot of them are bumping up from the since stacked 135 lightweight division. Lightweight division was the most stacked in boxing. They're all bumping up. Now it's going to be the 140 division. So, especially with Cruz winning now, Rolly has to get in the back of the line. This just got a whole lot harder for him to advance his career. And Rolly was a flawed champion to begin with, like I mentioned with the Barroso fight. And he really did not have a good resume to begin with. That Tank fight, I don't even think he deserved. He really got that off personality. Came to light. A lot of people liked him. Became a fan favorite with some. Faced Barroso, early stoppage. I mean, come on now. That was robbery for old man Barroso. But once again, that's not Rolly's fault. So, all right, let's see it. Are you a real champion? Face a tough fighter like Cruz, and he got exposed. So, old man Barroso currently holds the WBA interim belt. But let me say this, that could be a rematch there, but what does Barroso really owe Rolly? Nothing. I mean, interim champ can't really say much, but, that could be a good fight again, a rematch. I feel like Rolly should be giving Barroso the rematch, not the other way around. But look who's champ now, and look who's not. Even though it's interim, Barroso's the interim champ. Rolly's not. Crazy how the turntables happen, ain't? Now, it's okay to have losses. It's a sport. It happens. To be honest, I respect a lot more boxers who have losses to their resume than undefeated ones. But I mentioned how stacked that 140 division is, especially with maybe Shakur coming up, Loma coming up, a bunch of other talented lightweight boxers coming up. It's going to be a lot harder for Rolly, and I really don't know what's going to be next. Now, me making this video makes it seem like he's this big superstar. He was a one-time champion, flawed already, you know what I mean? Hey, he could have took this sport by storm. What's next for Isaac Cruz? Well, things just got a whole lot bigger for Cruz. You could be seeing him against the winner of Haney versus Garcia. And I don't know how that'll go. Haney, I don't know how he'll do against a pressure fighter like Cruz, a small pressure fighter like Cruz. I like to see a rematch with Cruz and Tank, though. But with Rolly, I'd like to see old man Barroso and him go at it one more time.